Yo. Fly roadside guy checking in one time for the one, you know how we do. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Yo, quick video. As far as owner-operators, company drivers, especially owner-operators, man, you gotta drive at your own risk. And even if you're a company driver, sometimes you gotta drive at your own risk, especially if you're driving on any unrestricted roads or weight-restricted roads, because you don't want your company or your boss to give you a ticket and tell you or take any money out your check. But I'm saying all this to say that we on this job, man, and actually he a company driver, but he just pulled up on us and was like, he wasn't taking the back way. He was like, man, just be careful taking them back roads. So I was like, well, what's going on? He had told me that I guess a lady had called the police on him. Now, the road we taking really is like 1 mile a stretch of a restricted road, but it's not completely restricted for no trucks. It's just basically saying no trucks over with 18 tons or 30 feet in length, right? But I ain't carrying over 18 tons and my truck ain't longer than 30 feet, so I'm still going to take that back road route, you know what I'm saying? And it should only really a mile in the whole route. But the job paying by the load, so, you know, when I go to really kind of look at my route that I'm taking, and you can't be fooled by the GPS, because sometimes they try to give you the fastest route, which is fine, but I got my GPS set up that is also going to give me the fuel economy route, you know what I'm saying? So when I go ahead and put the address in, I might have a couple options. It's always going to show me the fastest route, but at the same time, it's going to give me that fuel saver route as well, which I generally like to take because it's less miles. Now, like I said, the operator was telling me, or the driver was telling me, hey man, just be careful taking them back roads. Which we've been on this job for like 2 weeks and we've been kind of taking this route. I done took this route the whole time since the job started. I ain't veered off the route. And a lot of truckers been going the same route. Now the route that he probably taking, which is the fastest route, you're only getting really beat probably by like a minute or two. But at the same time, that fastest route is like 11, 12 miles, bruh. And the route that I'm taking ain't the fastest, but we arriving really pretty much at the same time, whether it's at the job site or at the dump site. And the route that I'm taking, 8.5 miles. And every time I go to plug it in, it's telling me I'm saving a substantial amount of fuel, you know what I'm saying? So you can always go the fast route. One time when I dumped, it was actually taking me the fastest route. But I said, you know what, let me go the way I'm accustomed to going. Because I looked down, I'm like, damn, why that shit saying 11 miles? So I just veered off and went the same route that I was going all day. As soon as I made that turn, that shit went down from 11 miles to 6.6 or 6.5. So, I mean, I don't feel like I should burn that unnecessary fuel to go 5 additional miles, bro. And then if you consider it in a round trip, that's 10 miles. I ain't doing that. I'm just taking my time, pacing myself. And on this job, bro, like I say, 8.5 miles. We getting the load every hour, damn near, every 45 minutes for real. But that's all I'm saying, man, There, man, you gotta drive at your own risk. As a company driver, you ain't really responsible for fuel or too much maintenance, so If you decide to go the fastest route to get that money, get them loads, so be it. But as owner operators, you know, I gotta, you know, protect my cars, protect my truck and my investment, and you know, so those are the executive decisions one might have to make. But like I say, man, like and subscribe, man. It's the Fly Roadside Guy. You know, just gotta drive at your own risk.